Welcome to the Library of Virginia. I'm Mary Julian, one of the curators of our exhibition, We Demand Women's Suffrage in Virginia, which opened at the library earlier this year as part of our celebration of the ratification of the 19th Amendment guaranteeing women's voting rights. Since the library is currently closed, we wanted to bring some parts of the exhibition to you. Today, we want to talk about the papers of the Equal Suffrage League of Virginia, which were instrumental in documenting the work of Virginia suffragists. How did the Library of Virginia acquire 31 boxes of Equal Suffrage League records? It was primarily thanks to the efforts of one woman, Mae Thompson, who was born in Charlotte County in 1866, and she came to Richmond when she was in her 20s to work as a typist. The Equal Suffrage League had been founded in 1909 to, quote, secure the suffrage for women on equal terms with men. As headquarters secretary, Mae Thompson typed countless letters, ordered supplies, scheduled speaking engagements, and mailed out tens of thousands of leaflets, press releases, news bulletins, and other literature to local leagues. Not only did she keep the office running smoothly, she also helped preserve the history of the Equal Suffrage League. In 1926, Thompson and other former officers gave their banners and flags to the governor, although they were lost after the State Museum where they were displayed later closed. And if you have ever seen these banners or pictures of banners on display, please let us know because we'd love to see them. Fortunately, the documents have a happier ending. In 1936, Thompson was working for the Historical Records Survey, which was one of the New Deal programs created to provide jobs during the Great Depression. She started writing to former suffrage advocates across the state. In dozens of letters, she asked for, quote, minutes, samples of pamphlets or flyers, or other printed matter, including newspaper clippings or information that workers may remember, etc. In fact, we want any data that will help to make a complete history of the suffrage movement in Virginia. Some women replied, like the president of the Fredericksburg Equal Suffrage League, who wrote that, quote, I kept many such things as you asked for, but finally, being pressed for room to retain such matter, destroyed them all. But fortunately, other women, like Norfolk Equal Suffrage League President Jessie Townsend, sent boxes of documents and memorabilia. Thompson collected more than 25,000 items, including letters, annual reports, meeting minutes, publications, advertisements for public speeches, lists of officers and members, and campaign buttons and ribbons. There's information on the local leagues, often a list of founding members or officers. I was excited to see a document for the Glen Allen League in Henrico County. It turned out that the league's chairman was Maud Trevette, whose name I recognize because the elementary school my daughter attended is named for her. You never know what kind of connections you might find. Thompson's own correspondence school suffrage textbook with her name and address penciled inside were part of the collection she donated in 1942 to the State Library. Thanks to her efforts, the records and the history of Virginia's suffrage campaign survived. It's important to remember that the Equal Suffrage League records tell the story of the women's suffrage movement from a certain perspective, because it was an organization that excluded African American women, and it also did not approve of the public protests of the National Woman's Party suffragists. But without the Equal Suffrage League records, it would be almost impossible to document the women fighting for their right to vote, or how they organized, raised money, and led an organization with more than 20,000 members. Without these records, our exhibition would be missing the stories of these women who have been left out of Virginia's history books. When the library is open again, I hope you will visit our exhibition and get to see these pieces of history for yourself. In the meantime, you can learn more about the Equal Suffrage League and even how to help us transcribe the digitized documents from this collection at our website, edu.lva.virginia.gov/wedemand. Thanks for joining us.